always starts up first. Not by much, but just that little bit first. Can I actually get into the dashboard of this thing? Well, I can get to here. I'm just gonna kill that. Just quickly setting something up I should have done ages ago. It's just hard to mess with the description through Restream. I wonder if that works. I don't know. Time to see. I still don't have my YouTube chat up yet. But yes, it did. Hello, Jadens. Hello, Red. Hello, K-Wolf. And possibly others. YouTube, just let me have the... Thank you. Frickin' YouTube. Really wish I could get all this YouTube side stuff set up before I started streaming. That would be really handy, but... Yeah, I remember your name. I don't remember how long it's been. So... I do remember your name, though. At least I'm pretty sure I remember it. At least someone else said his name K-Wolf. Probably you. I don't know. People change their names. I remember the name K-Wolf, though. Now, I can finally truck. Really wish YouTube hadn't changed their system so I could, you know, adjust how things were. Oh, right. I forgot MooBot was a thing that I had. Actually, yeah, I have done that. I was just sitting here like, have I changed my password on Twitch? But yeah. I should probably do that. Poor MooBot. I haven't even used that bot in forever. Hey, that's taking me somewhere new. No gales. There's no gales allowed where we're going. Yeah. It's probably not how it's pronounced, but I don't care. The US is full of places like that. Freaking Arkansas. It's Arkansas. It's actually illegal to mispronounce that from what I remember. Good thing I'm not there. I say this as somebody that knows that my name can be pronounced as Stefan, but I just accept it. I don't get mad at people for doing it. Like, the game is still loading, apparently. There we go. I actually have the person that I'm using their music for the background actually freaking in the description now. Wow, it's only taken me how many streams? I feel bad because he makes good music and I've just been kind of using it. Ooh, things are still not fully loaded. What is that? Okay. Yep, I just turned off my light. That's the button I want. Like that was a reflection of something. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I'm doing well. I hope you are doing well as well, and I hope you have a good night. Hope everyone's having a good night. Still having issues with the wireless internet here, which is why I'm not doing like Splatoon, even though I really want to. Like, you would not believe how much I want to be streaming Splatoon right now, or even just playing it, but I can't because our Wi-Fi is messed up. There's Fair Jadens. I may actually look into that. I mean, I'm not really one for modding the game, but I might honestly look into that. Still just kind of hoping that the devs themselves will do Canada when they finally reach that far north. I've been doing alright, Red. How have you been doing? So I apologize if I'm mildly gassy. I just got done eating some pizza bites, so I might be a little gassy. Some pizza bites I made literally 4 hours ago. I just finally finished eating. I eat really slowly. It's the police. I think it was the last American Truck stream I did. I had somebody that definitely knows a lot more about just playing this game than I do in the Twitch chat, which was kind of awesome. And also rather funny, just knowing that he was probably facepalming at me trying to park. I think it was the last time I was doing it. Whenever it was, would have been almost 2 weeks ago at this point. Because it was the morning I had to go to get my photo ID taken. Well, my photo taken for my photo ID, which still hasn't arrived yet. 7 to 14 days. Yeah, it's gonna be basically 14 days. I'm kind of thinking it'll be Tuesday because Monday of this week was a holiday, so there's a chance, though it probably would have already been mailed out. And, you know, still would have been being transported, but there's a chance it'll be here tomorrow. Hoping it'll be here tomorrow. Pulling out of here is going to be a nuisance, isn't it? Oh, wait, no it isn't. Right, why was I thinking I had to pull it through there? I'm an idiot. Well, I just answered my own question. I did not. I actually haven't even played New Horizons since I last streamed it. Like, well over a year ago. The game's just hard for me to keep interest in. Like, the series I love, but it's a case of, like, New Horizons is just kind of disappointing. And just doesn't feel like Animal Crossing to me. As I say that, get an April Fool's DJ the S thing. That is a Rickroll going in the background. Yeah, it very much gave the player too much control and took away the real town feel. Like, the older games, as much as, like, the town layouts made no sense, they did still kind of feel like an actual small town somewhere. Speaking as someone who did grow up in a small town. Like, it doesn't make sense. Houses are just kind of around the place. Like, how you look through some of the really small hamlets here in Nova Scotia, and you'll see basically small towns that look like they belong in Animal Crossing. Like, and then you get New Horizons where the village is never going to look like that because there's no randomness. The player controls everything. And even in, like, my attempt to be semi-random with placements of just kind of going, about here, I still don't have a house up on the mountain. Like, because the thought in the back of my head was always, I don't want a house up there. But that's because I could control that. If it was random and just a house appeared up there, it's fine. There's a house up there now. Like... Yeah, it was definitely kind of easy. Like, the only things that really were difficult in New Horizons... I'm not saying that Animal Crossing needs to be hard. But, like, the only things that were really difficult were, like, catching the insanely rare fish. And that was more just flipping a coin over and over again. For, like, a few hours. And then there's some people that didn't have any issue at all getting those fish. Like, there were definitely things about New Horizons that were great. Like, the museum. That just had a great look to it. I loved how the museum looked. Like, that was a big plus. Them taking what was probably one of the most liked features of New Leaf and turning it into the whole game, that being the tropical island, was also kind of a nice thing, bringing back multiple levels of ground. That's nice. But they lost the Animal Crossing feel, and it just kind of became any other game that's like that. You know, any other just kind of smaller scale city builder. That's basically all New Horizons is. Wait, really? I did not know that they had done that. As if anybody actually wanted Happy Home Designer. Like, the game didn't sell in the first place. Like... it was very much a case of, like, that didn't sell to begin with. Now they're trying to sell it again. Like, I know there was still even still a lot of people that liked Happy Home Designer, and that's New Horizons felt like Nintendo going, okay, you guys say you want this, here, have it. And, you know, I feel the amount that New Horizons did sell is going to encourage Nintendo to just do that again. Because, I mean, it did sell, that, you know, the community wanted it. Which will mean potentially the next Animal Crossing game is going to be the same sort of thing. And that'll just kind of carry on until people go, you know what? No, we want Animal Crossing back, thank you. I mean, to be fair, $50 a year isn't bad. Like, especially when you consider, like, that's like 2 months of, like, PSN or Xbox Live. You know? Sure, you may not get as much, but it is a lot cheaper, so... Or for those who play Final Fantasy XIV, that's like 4 months? Less? Like... Yeah, I used to play EVE Online, which used to be subscription-based. And having played it for so long, and realizing that, you know, me constantly defending the game and saying it was good when there were glaring issues. Wow, everything is not loading properly. Okay. Like, I realized that was because of the sunk cost fallacy, and I was like, okay, no, I'm not gonna play another subscription-based game again. If it's gonna ask me for a subscription, I'm just not gonna play it. Especially in the case of something like a Final Fantasy XIV, where it asks you for the subscription and to pay them up front. Like, no thank you. Not gonna happen. Hello, Rand. And, like, a lot of people I know that really defend Final Fantasy XIV, and I have no doubt that it's a good MMO. Like, it's undoubtedly good. But it's not spending a few $100s a year on it good. No MMO is that good. Just plain out. But you'll get people defending Final Fantasy XIV as, oh no, it's totally worth it. Yeah, it's worth it for their, like, small handful of major new content a year. Otherwise, you're just sitting and playing the same content over and over again for the rest of the year as you wait for Square Enix to drip feed you more things to do while constantly paying money to just sit around and wait. Wasn't like with the NES and SNES Online, they also started with a small number of games. So... the catalogs will undoubtedly grow, they're just gonna start them small. Probably to see if there is actually a huge interest in them. I get loading ROMs into an emulator isn't hard, and they're probably doing what every big company does and just simply using ROMs they themselves have downloaded from the internet. Because why bother make your own? Just download the ones that exist. I forget which of the mini consoles it was, but they had used a lot of them from frickin' one of the popular ROM sites that always had like a, you know, this ROM came from thing in them. Which was just kind of amusing. I'm not sure what you're referring to with superstars. You're gonna need to elaborate a little more on that. I don't exactly keep up with... Wait, Mario Party Superstars? Is that what it's called? I don't know. Yeah, okay. I've not really looked into it, but one of my old buddies wants to get it, and if I do get the job that I'm waiting on my photo ID for, which I will probably get, I will potentially pick up the game, so... Hello, AI. Again, stoplights on a highway. I don't understand that. I will never understand that. US, why do you have to be so weird? Fully aware Canada probably does that too, but... Yeah, that's kind of what my buddy was saying. I'm disappointed to hear that Bumper Balls is still there. But, you know. I hate that minigame. In the older incarnations, it's always a draw. In the frickin'... They're trying to fix the game to make it better. It's always over in like 5 seconds. Like, there's no way to make that minigame good. They should just drop it and give up on it. No one really likes it anyway. You're lying to yourself if you like it. It's just bad. But the majority of my the majority of my experiences with it are with the older games, so. And I've seen people playing the newer version. It's over too fast. Also, I'm doing fairly well, AI. How are you doing? I mean, like, I'm not gonna majorly complain about playing it, because it's over so quickly with their changes to it. It's over so quickly these days. I mean... It's not really even there, like... I just prefer minigames to have substance to them. Yeah, really the only games I tend to actually keep up to date on is Monster Hunter. So, and there hasn't been anything really substantial. I mean, they've announced their expansion, but that's about it. They've not really shown anything or talked about anything of it, which is mildly annoying. I kind of wish they would say more about it. Show a little more. Maybe show a few returning monsters? I don't know. Something? I mean, they have said it's going to be G rank, which is nice. Or Master rank it is these days. I started with the older games. G rank is just what I know. It's the same thing. It's just they changed the name. High wind area. Oh man. The wind is gonna have munchies. Good thing there's a gas station right here. I haven't even been keeping up on frickin' Pokemon. I'll probably start keeping up on new things more once I get the job that I'm pretty much guaranteed at this point. I just need my frickin' photo ID. Just taking so frickin' long to show up. The funny thing is, I'm probably not even the person that's most impatiently waiting for that photo ID to show up. Because, I'll be working at the same store my sister is, and, the store manager literally has asked her, like, I think multiple times, might have just been once, but at the very least, like, stopped her and asked her, like, when the photo ID will be in. Like... Still don't know why they couldn't just print the thing off in the freaking building. Like, when I got my learners back in Digby, which is a small-ass little town in the middle of nowhere, I had my learners, like, physically in my hand by the end of the day. Like, by the time we left, even, I had it in my hand, because they just printed it off. Right there. Like... And it's the same style of card, it's just one allows you to drive, the other's just an ID. But nope. Have to mail it. I just really hope they didn't frickin' mail it to the wrong address. Because that's happened before. Oh yeah, my address has changed. Okay, we'll send it to your old one then. No, send it to the new one, thanks. I don't live there anymore. Yes, the government being unhelpful does really annoy me. As I think it does everybody. Oh, god damn it. Frickin' trucks. I would have just pulled onto the dirt, but I had a feeling that there was going to be an obstacle in my way. Now I gotta build my speed back up again. As that frickin' truck that pulled out to pass has now fallen even further behind. You know, guys, you can maintain speed. I know it's not proper and you're supposed to slow down, but you guys can maintain speed. Like, there's nothing saying you can't. If there isn't a speed limit sign there saying slow the hell down, just keep frickin' going. Ooh, that was a little leg spike. My computer's been wanting to restart for a while. Well, I say that. It's more whatever keeps causing the memory leak that it has. It wants the computer to restart. When the computer is idling at 8 gigs of RAM in use, while the only thing I have open is Discord and Steam, yeah, that's a bit of a problem. And I still don't know what's even causing it. I've been trying to narrow it down, but I cannot figure it out. Because whatever it is, the computer is not telling me what is using the RAM. I literally stopped one day and counted and added together all of the frickin' numbers in the process manager, and there was just around 3 gigs of RAM just missing that should have been counted but wasn't being counted. Because that's helpful. Speed reduces ahead. By how much? Some. I think that's... well, yeah. Slowly getting there. There's 105, and then it'll pick back up again, like right here. Oh no, it's staying 105. I'm shocked. Probably the next one that it picks back up at. See, it won't matter because I'm getting off this road. I'm going this way. You can't stop me. You think your cone is strong enough to stop me? Oh, well that might, actually. Shit. Damn it! Ooh, this is gonna be a tight squeeze. Because this is a video game tree. Yeah. This is a video game tree. It ain't moving. I'm gonna need this. Okay, where am I stuck? Oh, I'm stuck between two of them now. Okay. Let me, I might actually be fully stuck. Go by, little car. Come on, vehicles, go by. Just move out into the lane that makes sense instead of staying in the way. Go on. Don't care. Just get me... There we go. Yeah, get back to this camera. I don't even know how an accident like that truck would even happen. Like, one, why was there sand in the back of that freaking closed shipping container? And two, why would you ship sand? It's sand! It's everywhere! I can't say it's everywhere, but definitely around here, it's definitely everywhere. Why would you be shipping sand in a shipping container? And then how would it even break open like that? It doesn't make any sense. Go, vehicles, it's a green light. Go. No. No, now it's yellow. You all could have gone. The little car is still there. And now it goes. Now it goes. Okay. Traffic feels dumber than normal tonight. Also, that car just stopped. The traffic feels very much dumber tonight. An update on the grinding I was doing in Legacy of the Duelist. I am almost ready to start working on that series. I've still not fully decided if I want to just do it as a stream series or as videos. I'll probably do it as a stream series, though. Yep, well, there goes my music. Time to fix that really quick. Yes, I am still here, YouTube. Imagine that. I do still want the music I have playing. Wow. It's only about 40 minutes. Don't care, I passed the white line. I am going. I don't even know where exactly I'm going. Is it sending me straight back to where I was? No, hold on. Wrong button. Wait, no, that should be my map. Why isn't that my map? Did I not set that up? Damn, I forgot to set that up. Oh yeah, no, this got me around to where I need to be. Then what was that turn gonna do? I'm confused. Because I was coming... The turn was that way. So... I suppose it turned... I have no idea. This just feels like the way I should have gone in the first place. I don't... Okay. Now, before I forget... Yeah, there is a walk mode. You can walk around. I've literally never done it. That's what I'm looking for. This is this. It'll occasionally forget my keybinds. And I don't understand why. I mean, sometimes it makes a little sense, like if I unplug the controller, but you'd figure it would just detect the controller again, but no, it doesn't most of the time. I will literally have my afterglow that I'm using, and it'll be like, nah, we don't detect an afterglow, but we do detect an afterglow. It's like, what? But you detect it. No. But it's the same controller that I just had plugged in. Like, yeah, but we don't detect that one anymore. We detect this one now. As if it's a different controller somehow. I wish I had more of this controller, because this is a pretty nice controller. And this one's kind of broken, but... Like, L1 to R1 just do not work. Well, I mean, they do. It's just, they're very touchy. They're a little better than they used to be, which is weird, but... I might just be better at actually pressing them in. Because their internal clips have just kind of broken. They're more just free-floating buttons now. They used to have a neat little click to them, and now they just don't. Because their clips are gone. I am probably the only streamer that doesn't keep up with video game news, though. Which is kind of funny. Like, I am very much a video game nerd. I just also have lived, basically my entire life so far, not having the money to buy things that I want. So I've just stopped looking for things that I would want. And, like, I don't say that looking for any pity or sympathy. Like, I mean, hell, I'm about to get a job, and I'm going to have no expenses. I will have the money to get things I want. So I'll actually start paying attention to things again. Though, one of the first things I'm probably going to do is just go back through for all of the older games that I knew of that I wanted and get those. Because I've, not had them. And I still want them. Why'd you? God damn it. Well, traffic violation. I don't have the room to make that turn. In reality, that car would have just backed up. Or, you know, not pulled ahead that far upon seeing the truck pulling out. But nah. That is one thing I wish they would do. Oof. Is make the traffic actually respond to your presence in a way. So it doesn't just, sit there like an idiot, get hit when it could have easily avoided being hit. It's not entirely on the trucker to make sure that other vehicles don't get hit. Let's see. That'll take me back into New Mexico. Somewhere new. I haven't been to Hobbs yet. Next I'll have to go to Calvin. That'll take me through San Simon. Too bad it's not Sans Simon. Then there'd be no Simons allowed. Let's see about this one. Glad it's not from here, because pulling up past this thing might be a little bit of a pain. Now, one of the things that I'll probably get, as much as it's kind of silly and stupid, and I probably shouldn't get it, is Star Ocean First Departure R, the Switch remaster of Star Ocean First Departure. I like the first two Star Ocean games, alright? And there's a very good chance that, you know, a remaster of Second Evolution / Second Story will happen, which will be really nice, and I will be buying that one too. Even though we literally already own Second Story and Second Evolution and First Departure. Don't own the actual, like, original of the first Star Ocean game. But if I could ever find that thing for cheap, I'm getting it. I mean, I don't have an actual console to play it on because it's a Famicom game. But, like a Super Famicom game. But, let's see really quick. Okay, well, if I drive down through here, I'll still get up to here, so I need fuel. I need fuel. I could just turn around from here, but it's a lot easier to just not turn around. I still remember having frickin' 42068. Like, it was so close. It was so close to being the right number. I did not see that van. Whoops. Not a huge amount. Goes past the white line. That's the rule. That is legitimately the rule when driving. If the light turns red after you're past the white line, you are allowed to and encouraged to continue your turn. Because once you're past that white line, you are in traffic now. So... What, Frisk? I hear her, but I don't know where she is. She's around. Apparently she doesn't want to come to see me. She knows I was just going to try and use her for some internet points. I don't think I will ever do that, and I definitely haven't done that yet, of like shove Frisk in the thumbnail of something just to try to get more views on it. I've put her, like, a picture of her in a video before, but it wasn't obvious that she would even be there, so... I mean, if it was predictable where she would sleep, I would potentially see about getting, like, a second webcam rigged up and just swap to a Frisk cam whenever she'd be in, you know, sleeping somewhere. But she is not predictable where she's going to sleep, and I can't have, like, 5 webcams strewn around the place. I don't have the USB ports for that. There she is. There she is, making her way up. Hello. What you up to? No, you don't need that. You really shouldn't try to make that jump. I'm just gonna scratch your claws there, are you? You know, it's more efficient if you're on the floor. Whoa. What? I should probably, like, pause or something. She has decided lap. Well, she's decided she's going to be headbutting the microphone for a while. So, I apologize. As one thing, if I ever move out, I need to be moving to a place that allows pets, because I am not leaving Frisk behind. You stay off my table. No. No tables. Being slow about it is not going to keep me from seeing you. Well, it isn't. No eating my cords either. Yes, that's my mouse. That's the mic boom. You've claimed it a ton. It's yours. There she goes. Because, yeah, I am actually, as much as, a few streams ago I was making the comment of, if you can afford the rent on something, you can afford a house, a mortgage. And that is true, if there are actually houses for sale that are in that same sort of affordable range. And at least currently around the Atlantic provinces, there just isn't. So... And there are houses that aren't bad around here, but they always have a catch. Either they'll be basically borderline condemned before you even get there, or, as one I found, it was a really big house. Like, massively big house. Too big of a house to actually have it moved anywhere. And that's important to this. Because you see, the house, it was like $40-some thousand for 8 bedrooms, 6 bath. It was a big fricking house. Sitting on rented land. Where the rent for the land was nearly $1,000 a month. With no option to buy the land. So... you get this colossal house, but the house itself just was not in good condition. Which was initially why I thought, I was looking at it like, oh, okay, that'll be why it's so cheap, if it's in a really rough shape. No, it was on rented land, so that's why it was so cheap, and the house was so big, you're not moving it. So... I will probably end up with just a cheap apartment somewhere. And then move from that to a house. Though even all that will depend on how much I make from working the job I'm getting, so... And if I get 40-hour work weeks, I'll make enough. But if I don't, then... I won't have enough. From what I understand, I will be working nights, and I will basically be the only person in that department. So, I will probably have 40-hour work weeks. It's a night job, working at a supermarket. I will not say what supermarket, for understandable reasons. I've basically already got the job. I'm just waiting on the background check, which I need my photo ID for. Which should be here tomorrow. And then if it's not here by, like, Friday, I get to call and be like, yo, what the hell? It's not here yet. I still don't fully understand why my old learners doesn't just work. Like, sure, it's expired. I don't look that different. And I'm not going to pull it out to show, because there is sensitive information on any identification you have, so. But, like, I don't look that terribly different. And that's the only issue with it, is it's expired, so it doesn't work. Okay. Time to slow down to like freaking 60 again. Okay, how? How? How would that happen? Okay. The middle of the truck just decided, nope, I'm done. I will be working in basically the salad bar area of this supermarket at night, making salads for the next day, and probably doing a few other things as well. From what my sister has said, the manager of that department is almost just done with hiring people, like at least training the people that are hired, because they've apparently gone through a bunch of people in the last few months, and like she'll train them and then, oh god damn it, why, bus, stop, I need into that lane. Blame the wait station, bus. So I'm actually not even sure what level of training I'll even get for the job I've applied for. Yay, I'm 29. Yeah, it's not in the perfect technical state. I don't care. It's still running. It's not turning off. It doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to run and not shut off randomly. Yield, smealed. There's a shoulder of the road. I can pick up speed here and then pull in. It's not what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to yield, but... I don't know why, with all this open space right here, they wouldn't just have, like, a separate small lane for vehicles to pick back up the speed in before rejoining the main traffic. Yeah, that is one thing that the said manager is not going to need to worry about with me, is me just quitting. Because I'm not going to. It's been like almost... It's been 9, almost 10 years since I last had an actual job. Like, I've worked under the table, but I've not had an actual job. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay over here. And like, it is honestly a case of I really hope that I'm, you know, told what to do, and then if I do something wrong, I'm actually told it, unlike how it was when I was working under the table cleaning at a supermarket. And I was doing things wrong and wasn't being told I was doing things wrong, and was just told, nah, you're not working out. It's like, but you could have just told me and I would have fixed things. Like, communication, it's kind of important. Which is the thing I will mention for anybody that wishes to be a manager in the future. Communicate with your employees. It is vitally important. If they're doing something wrong, calmly explain it to them. Don't blame them for doing something wrong, especially because they may not know they were even doing it wrong. Also, I kind of missed your comment, AI. Because Frisk was kind of climbing the chair at that moment. I would get a USB splitter, but the issue is, like, she sleeps on the dresser that's right here. Like, I can easily reach it. That isn't so hard to get a webcam pointed at. She also sleeps on a recliner chair that's over that way. Like, behind my setup by about, like, 7-8 feet. So getting a webcam over there would be kind of a problem, because webcams don't have that long of cords. There's also a spot in the other half of the basement she sleeps commonly. And if she's not in one of the other two spots, she's over there. And that's even further away. So, like, I could theoretically get one set up for when she's on her proper bed up on the dresser, but that's really about it. Because she's a little shit that just likes to sleep wherever she feels like. She'll also occasionally curl up on my bed as well. And that would be nearly impossible because she basically buries herself in my comforter. And there's almost no seeing her. Oh, God damn it, traffic. Limit's 105. Go 105. Wait, no, I don't want to pull out because I'm about to have to make a turn. Which means I'm dealing with these slow herbs. These frickin' herbs. That's like the most 80s insult ever. Which makes it beautiful. I was wondering, it basically just means loser. Like... Wait, why are vehicles stopped? What? What is going on? Okay. Okay. The vehicles are drunk. But that's fine. Come on, other truck. Like, this isn't hard. Speed. Go. Fast. Faster. And yeah, I will also note, there was 2 other games that I was tempted to stream tonight, But they're both games that I would want to do at least a fairly full playthrough of if I were to start streaming them. And they're both kind of long. And I don't know how long it would take me, plus I've still not finished New Vegas yet. I still have it installed, I still plan on getting back to it, I just haven't yet. I will, though. At some point. Might even be next stream, I don't know. I don't even remember what I was doing, I just remember I had lucky, and that's all that matters. I still love that gun in New Vegas. Like, it's not the best gun for, like, my play style, but it's still fun. Because, like, Lucky has the highest crit damage of any gun. Which means you'll want to be doing sneak attacks a lot, but, well, my playstyle tends to be trundling around in power armor. You don't sneak in power armor. Oh boy, stoplights ahead. Of course. Why wouldn't there be stoplights ahead? Bus? Good bus. Am I going to need... No, okay. I think Frisk is about to bring one of her balls over and want to play. But I cannot currently play with her and she knows it. Hello, Frisk. Yeah? I think she's about to climb up again. Can't guarantee it, though. Nope. Decided against it. Probably could have actually just stopped and got fuel here, but I didn't bother checking along the path. Alamo Gordo. That's like the stupidest thing you can do while driving. Is just start doing this. Like, that is asking for things to go wrong. Oh hey, that yellow car there. There's actually someone selling a car like that in Nova Scotia for like $55,000. There's also somebody selling, at least there was, a 1996 Ford Mustang. In green, sadly, not yellow. But it can be painted yellow. That is like my dream car. I forget if it was a 96 or 97, 98, somewhere in that range. one of the 90s from around the time I was born that I had a Hot Wheels car of a Mustang that was in that exact color scheme, and that is what I want. Though, for my very first car, I probably shouldn't get a manual. I know there's lots of people, including I have a friend who would probably look down upon me for having an automatic, but I've never driven before, so I really don't want to be trying to learn how to drive and learn how to remember where all the frickin' gears are. The car can do that for me. I need into here. Okay, thanks. I'd actually heard from one of my friends that I made through Eve that in some European countries you have to go to driver's school to get your license. And meanwhile, over here in Canada, you go, you take a single test, you get your learners, and you're immediately allowed to drive now. You just have restrictions on, where you can drive. Like, it's no highways and not after dark. Nobody cares about either of those, though. Like, everybody I went to school with drove after dark when they weren't supposed to. But a large part of that comes from the fact that sometimes of the year, like, school would have after-school activities, obviously, like soccer and such. Well, if you were on the soccer team, and you had, say, practice in October, by the time practice is done around 6, 7 o'clock, it's dark. Like, you kind of have to drive now, because otherwise your car is stuck there. You have a soccer game somewhere. If you want to drive yourself, you probably have to go on the highway. And most of them would just drive themselves. And as I even joked with that friend, I probably won't fully abide by that stuff either, especially the after dark thing, because I'm going to be working nights. You can get exceptions for if you work nights, but I'm a white dude, so it's not going to matter. As long as I don't break the law, I will be fine. Though I say that, I have literally been stopped while walking before, so, Really, YouTube? Really? It's every 40 minutes now. Just stop, YouTube. I still want the music, or I would not have it playing. Really feel like I should just download this entire playlist and just have it playing through, some media player. Then I wouldn't have to deal with that. It would never stop. Not until I stop it. I'm just glad YouTube is so far the final holdout on frickin' the more integrated ads that like Twitch and Facebook use. Like, I apologize if any of you guys are getting ads on Twitch. I cannot do anything about it, and I can't even be like, hey, just get an ad blocker, because it doesn't work. Like, I frickin' hate that. Like, I get Twitch wants to show ads, because that's how Twitch makes money. But I still honestly have to feel Twitch makes more money over people having a good time and, paying for subscriptions and bits. Like, bits are ludicrously expensive, yet people love throwing them around, so... And, like, I obviously don't know Twitch's ad rates, but I highly doubt that they're getting any substantial money from ads. Not compared to, like, subscriptions and bits. And I just really hope that YouTube does not follow suit with Facebook and Twitch on forcing advertisements into videos. Or at the very least, I hope if they do, that people that make ad blockers figure out how to block those ads too. Because that would be really nice. Like, there are some Twitch streamers that I have not watched in a while that I would love to watch. I just don't like watching ads. I'm not there to watch an ad. I'm there to watch the streamer. Which I know is also a case of, oh, well, just subscribe. Yeah, and that gets rid of ads for that one person. For, the amount of money that most mobile games charge you to get rid of ads for their entire ad-infested games. So, I know, even with YouTube, it's a case of, oh, we'll just get YouTube Red. Yeah, but once again, like, that does at the very least get rid of ads everywhere, but I shouldn't need to. Even more so, seeing the difference between people using, like, back when I had monetization on my YouTube channel, way, way back, I saw a few bits of money from YouTube Red. Why would you slow down? But those bits of money, and I get it was, it's fewer people using YouTube Red, but it was in the range of like a penny per person that was using YouTube Red. That's not good income for anybody except YouTube. Especially because I imagine the more people you watch while having YouTube Red, the less YouTube gives. Because, well, they are giving basically a penny per view. So, there's also a certain level of irony of me earning a penny, given Canada doesn't have pennies anymore. We got rid of them. Though, I mean, the reason for getting rid of them is pretty sound. The copper in them was more valuable than the penny, so... They kind of weren't worth keeping around. Now, to me, the logical thing to have done would have been to just make a new penny, one that's not made of copper. God, just thinking of currencies just reminds me of just how kind of weird decimal currencies are compared to what currencies used to be. Like, the old British pound, I forget the exact number, but basically used to be always dividable. No matter, well, not probably always dividable, but basically, you would have to try really hard to find a circumstance of number of people that you could not split a pound for. 1 pound was also worth a lot more. Because 1 pound was comprised of like 4 of another currency, which is comprised of like 16 of another, which is, yeah. Wasn't exactly 4, but you get the idea. But like with a decimal currency, like a dollar, where it's, 1 is 1.0. You can't divide that by 3. If you have a group of 3 people that you are trying to split a round number like that with, you can't, not evenly. Somebody is going to end up making a tad more. And there's nothing you can do about it. The YouTuber Lindy Beige has a very good video on it, where it is very obvious he is just scratching the surface, but it's enough to make me go, why didn't we keep that system? Like, I get systems like the old British pound were more volatile, but they were partially more volatile because their currency at that point was still based around precious metals. So the price of the precious metal does change. So the price of the currency kind of needs to change with it. You know, 1 shilling of a metal a month ago may not be 1 shilling when, you're doing your transaction. That's what made it kind of volatile. Oh god, dude, stop randomly slowing down other vehicles. Just gonna let him pull a little bit ahead of me. Oh man, it's 105. You know, pick up the pace. Actually drive your herbs. But like, given basically no currency these days. Oh, why? Why did you slow down? There's nothing even in front of you. This button. There we go. wild that this is the first time it's rained in forever on these streams. But, like, no currency these days is backed by a precious commodity, really. All currencies these days are credit. Like... Which leads to the fun fact of literally money has no value. Except the value we assign it. And all it takes is people agreeing that a currency has value for it to have value. So you could have a group of people that agree that, you know, twist ties have value. You know, have these specific values to them. And they just will now, because all these people agree. You just need a large enough group of people to agree it has value, and now it has value. Like, that's how currencies work these days. Alright, Jadens, have a good night. Like, I forget where it is in the world, but there is someplace in the world where the currency is giant stones. And they basically just trade ownership of sections of these giant rocks. And that is their currency. Like, the rocks are far too big to be moved. So you just kind of have to take people at their word that they actually even own the sections of these rocks they claim to own. Yeah, made it to Hobbs. Which, you know, if you think about it, is literally how our own currency works. Especially given the amount of people that make counterfeit money. Wait, no, I'll stay over here. That actually reminds me, I should check at some point to see if Canada's newest, like, if our plastic currency has been counterfeited yet. At least counterfeited well enough to be, you know, a good counterfeit. Because I honestly don't think it can be. Purely because our currency has a scratch and sniff on it. So counterfeiters would have to learn how to make scratch and sniffs. Like, it's kind of genius. I'm just going to take up the whole middle of this so I have more room to pull in. Ooh, do I try this? Well, that doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I'll try this. Okay. It is dark and it's raining, but I have faith. Yeah, delivery only. Look at all these cars down here. Guess they were deliveries. This is going to be awkward with the way I'm coming at it. Oh, that's... Whew, okay. Well, I've already kind of made a mistake. This is not worth the experience. How the... I'm not even gonna try. That is not worth the experience. Though I do see an opportunity to do something really quick. So you guys are gonna have the webcam moved because let me just get this around here. There we go. There's a proper webcam. I think she knows what I've done. She's not happy. Now, let's see. I'm just gonna grab more fuel economy. More fuel savings. Getting that set back up on top of my desktop is going to be a pain. Okay, let's see. Can I get a job just to like right here? Okay, can I get a job to Carlsbad? I will just drive there. Wait, what is this place? Clovis. Can I get a job there? Let's see. Yes! It's not a well-paying job, but that is somewhere new. Is there a better job that goes there? No, there isn't. So, looks like I'm doing this one. Some office supplies. Actually, I'll just leave this way. I don't know if I even can go the other way I was gonna go. I just need to keep an eye to make sure she doesn't like move and that it's just a webcam of my bed. Easy. Slow truck. It's really nice as a playlist to be picking the Halloween mixes. Ah, I just missed it. She for once didn't flop in a spot that's basically invisible from the bed. Well, not from the bed, from my chair. Blech. Yeah, invisible from the bed. My brain's working. In my defense, it is almost midnight. Against me, though, is I just woke up not long ago. Like, I woke up about 6 hours ago. So, you know. I really don't have an excuse for my brain not working. That's what I'm after. The office supplies will get soggy. Nah, those things are pretty watertight. That's not a fun spot to pull out of. I feel like I should swap the sizes of like the webcam and the game around, because I mean the real show here is the frisk cam. So, and I know this. Like, there's no denying that she is the star of the show currently. Every time I hear that section of this song, I always get reminded of Star Ocean. Like, that is a very Star Ocean feeling section. Though I'm positive that there is no Star Ocean to this. I don't think DJS has ever done anything with Star Ocean soundtracks. Though he might have. I'm gonna need to check this track later. I say he. I don't honestly know. They. Keep assuming their gender. Okay. One, I wasn't even... Thank you, game. Ow. My poor truck. The trailer is still roughly where I was, kind of. Ow. Well, I guess that confirms that you can't be stuck on the tracks. My poor truck. I'm going to need to limp to a service station. Okay, so here's the next closest. Ow. Okay, I do still have the trailer. I forget what button it is. I'm gonna turn my hazards on. Because I feel like I should. What button is it? F. Okay. Yeah, F to pay respects. There we go. Hazards. I'm not gonna go above 60. I am going to limp this thing. Because, yep. Come on. There we go. Game just kind of screwed me there. Wait, maybe having the cruise control on is a bad idea. I'll just pressure trigger it. Yep, I'm trying. It being nighttime is really not good for me. Ugh. This is gonna be expensive. Thanks, game. Come on. Come on. Signs. Hope they didn't like having road signs, because once the engine goes out, I have no idea where I am anymore, because it's so freaking dark, because there's no street lights. I just hope the trailer isn't damaged. That would really suck. Come on, truck. You just gotta hold yourself together for like a while. Oh, I do not know where I am. Okay. Can everyone use their high beams, please? That would be very helpful. Like, I understand what the game did. But at the same time, they couldn't have just teleported me without teleporting me inside of the freaking warning post. And doing all this damage to my truck. My poor truck. Street lights. Come on, engine. You got this. You have got this, engine. I just hope this means I'm getting close. Right, there's no signaling. Because I have my hazards on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. We're almost to the service station. Just a little further, truck. You got this. You got this, trucky. I need in that lane. Could you? Okay. I mean, I get there is stoplights, but you're just there now. It's your life. That is your life now, vehicle. I'm just trying to keep my truck alive. I don't care about traffic. I didn't get dinged for that, though. So, you know. The game understands. I'm just trying to get my truck limped somewhere. A frickin' railroad crossing. It better not dick me again. It's almost as if trains have really bright lights on the front of them to try to avoid stuff like that happening. And horns. Horns are pretty important for that. But neither sounded. Well, neither happened. No light. No horn. It's nighttime. There's no way I would have seen that train coming. Come on. There we go. on, truck. We got this. We're almost there. Don't die on me. Service, how much? Ugh. At least I only need to pay that. All of this damage because the game decided to teleport me inside of a pole. So much damage. You know what? Let's... Is there... I was kind of hoping there'd be a default one that would be pink. So I'm staying with my deep black. I was going to change it to pink because of the event going on. Okay, no longer need to press F to pay respects. I do, however, need to get back onto the road. There's like no lines painted here. Whoa! Game? That was quite the lag spike. Okay. I mean, that could have been worse, but... Jeez. I don't fully understand why I didn't have to pay all that money, but, you know. I could have afforded it either way, but Jesus. Train crossings now give me a certain level of fear. Knowing that I could just be basically instantly shot to 50% damage if the train's just coming by and I don't see it. Whoa. Okay, my computer is not happy right now. Do not know why. Yeah, I really don't know why. I just quickly checked Task Manager and there is like nothing. Well, I say there's nothing. Like, the CPU is being nearly capped, but that's normal. That's just American Truck and Streamlabs. Like, it's just what happens. So it does actually remind me of something, like, I will probably never, I say this as that this may change in the future, but at least as it stands right now, I will probably never use the two-computer method for, like, recording or streaming and such. That just sounds like way more effort than it's worth. So I apologize you guys are hearing those pops that I'm hearing. Might just be my headset's popping. Because that happens. This is kind of a cheapy Chinese headset, but it works pretty well, so. Did YouTube kill my music again? It has been 40 minutes. Yes, it did. Oh man, it's high quality. It's the Silva Gunner reference. Music feels almost a little low, but I'll leave it as is anyway. Rather than messing with it now. Yeah, I think I might need to end this after this delivery because my computer is not happy right now. I don't know why it isn't. Oh man, Roswell, I'm gonna get abducted by aliens. Maybe that's the issue. Aliens are just harassing me. That's the issue. This is another case of, like, in Canada, in a city, in city streets like this, you're going to be going around 50 kilometers an hour. In America, you're going to be going about 40 kilometers an hour. On a highway, in Canada, you'll be going about 100. In America, you'll be going 125. Or 121. Bleh. So we're faster in city limits, and they're faster on the highway. Yeah, even though I've done a lot of grinding for that Yu-Gi-Oh series, part of me is also kind of tempted to just wait until after I've gotten the job and then just buy Link Evolution on PC and just get a 100% save. Because it'll be a lot easier to find the cards I'm looking for on PC because I won't need to frickin' be typing in a card. With friggin' on-screen keyboard. I'll be able to actually just use a keyboard. My brain kind of blanked there. Frisk is doing a snooze. Well, she's pretending to snooze. She does this and then waits for me to get up and go somewhere so she can hop up and follow me. She does follow me basically everywhere. I really want to get her a harness so I can start taking her outside, because she is an indoor cat. There is, like, just way too much traffic here, and, I mean, she's basically a black cat. I wouldn't want her outside. Not without, you know, being around. Just given the number of assholes that exist that would go out of their way to, like, try to hit her with their car because she is a black cat. Like, I don't understand how people like that can live with themselves. there's a car right there. So. Which actually reminds me of something that I actually got into a small argument about, so you guys watching may agree or disagree with me. Whenever there's an incident where, like just an easy incident I can bring up is actually something from a That Chapter video. I forget the exact case, but it was an instance where somebody had basically stabbed a dude and then stole their dog. And I mean, this was in the UK, so the guy was very British about it. And I honestly felt worse for the dog. And I had commented that, and people were like, but how could you? The guy was stabbed. Yeah, but he has a concept of what happened. Like, he fully comprehends, okay, I was stabbed, and my dog was stolen. That dog just knows it was just taken by strangers. Its owner was just hurt. It would have known its owner was just hurt. Dogs are very pack-oriented. Like, they would have known that a member of their pack was just hurt, and now they're taken away from them. And they're with all these strangers that they don't know or trust. Like, that animal is far more confused and lost than the person that was stabbed. And that's generally just how I am with most news. Like, I feel worse for the animals, mostly just because I know that the person at least has the more of an ability to comprehend what's going on. I know when I start working, like, and I'm gone the entirety of the night, Frisk isn't gonna know what's going on. She's just gonna know I'm gone. And when I get home, she's going to be very, that's a weird lighting effect. Like, she's going to be very sassy with me because I was gone for so long. And I know it because she gets that way just when I leave for a walk. Like, and then I'm only gone for like an hour. Well, I suppose walk's closer to 2 hours. Biking's about half an hour to an hour. And it is a case of, like, if Frisk was a human, like, you could, it could be explained to her that, you know, I'm going to work, I need to do it, I will be back, you know. Don't dick me again, game. Oh, it almost did. Ooh. I heard that dinging. And like, I'm not even trying to say like animals are stupid, because they're not. It's just they don't understand concepts like that. Oh, AI. There's a Frisk cam now. I mean, yeah, like, I still feel bad for the guy. It's just I feel worse for the dog, because the dog doesn't understand what's happening. Meanwhile, the guy did. And, like, the same sort of reasoning applies to me if, say, it's a case where, you know, well, just, like, the difference between it being, say, an adult and a child. I'm going to feel worse for the child because, yeah, the child has less of an idea of what's going on. It's just kind of one of those cases where, like, I feel the worst for the individual in the situation that understands the situation the least. Mostly because they're the most likely to be more afraid, more more impacted by the whole situation because they don't understand. It's not like I'm, screw the guy. Like, no, I mean, I wonder if I could do this. Actually, that doesn't look so bad. Yeah, I think I can do this. Famous last words. Nope, wrong way. I need to turn the trailer like that. Okay, that probably isn't gonna work. So how about I do it like this? Opposite way. I should get the trailer turned. Apologize. Sneezed. Okay. I'm right next to where I need to be. Okay, so where I need to be, it's just a bit like that. So I need opposite direction, but not a huge amount, just a bit. Done. It's not, but it's close. I mean, that's close enough for me. It's just not close enough for them. I'm not gonna do it up like that though, because that is kind of cheating. Okay. I don't want to move the trailer much. I just want to get the truck around. Okay. Yeah! That is not how that's supposed to be done. Satisfactory. I mean, the game seems to have sorted itself out. I'll do another job. I just like playing this. I like streaming. Let's see. I want to go to Carlsbad. Is there anywhere that's going to take me there? Not by the looks of it. I could go all the way back to San Diego for, like, pennies. Let's see. That'll take me somewhere new. Take me through 2 places I've not been. I'm taking TVs to a page. That, yeah. Right, I'm going too slow to cruise control. I was trying to cruise control at 24, but you can't. This corner kind of sucks. I will probably just do this one last delivery, though. Because I know my computer wants to restart. I should give in and restart it already. Really wish I could figure out what's causing that memory leak. But as far as I know, there is literally no way to figure that out. I basically just have to go through and make sure absolutely everything on the computer is as up-to-date as possible, and then hope that it's not the most up-to-date version of something that's causing the memory leak. Because that would really suck. Getting this trailer out's gonna suck. Jesus. Okay. Okay, I can't go around the whole place, but I should be able to do a loop if I pull it out this way. What did I even hit? I don't think I hit anything. Oh, I hit the other the small trailer there, I think. Or one of those 2 trailers. Either that or that was just very delayed from when the game kind of dicked me over, and then I bumped into a van as I was limping to the service station. I was not aware the game would literally just teleport you if you were on a train crossing as the bars start going down. Okay, my headlights are still on. Yeah, I'm gonna pass too, because that thing's going way too slow. Yeah, I'll pass you too. I'm not afraid to do that. I should probably slow down given it's raining, but it's fine. Seeing that in-game billboard just reminded me of something. A while back, like this was a good month or so ago, I got a call from the bank I use, trying to sell me life insurance. I mean, I get accidents can happen, but I'm only 25. I don't need life insurance. And it was like, oh man, like this complimentary deal that you can, if you suffer an accidental death, you know your beneficiary gets like $4,000. That's just it's just free. Except I know that free probably has an asterisk to it, of free for the term, and then you have to pay for that. So that's almost always how that kind of stuff is. I mean, that sort of business model has even morphed into the online scene. Like, oh man, you get a free trial of this thing, but you need to fill out your credit card information because when the free trial's over, you automatically pay for the next thing. I thought limit was going to change for now. And that is why you should probably never sign up to anything that asks for a credit card as you're signing up. That says it's free. Because that means it won't be. The annoying thing about my computer being like this and wanting to restart is I was actually planning on streaming for quite a while. I mean, it seems to have sorted itself out, but I know the thing wants to restart, so... Don't really want to push it. Though over time after I get the job, I'm going to be working on upgrading this computer, though I'll probably just slowly build a new computer rather than try to upgrade this one. Just because of the Dell motherboard. And it's not even, like, the motherboard in this thing, from Googling that, is from 2018. So I'd rather have a more recent motherboard that can support actual, like, modern stuff better. Or at least is, you know... Why is my limit still so low? There we go. You know, at least is said to be able to support it. Like, if you... Googling the specs of this motherboard and, like, what it supports... I've basically got the best that it says it'll support in it, but people have said that, oh no, it actually supports these higher things, like these better components. Like, but the motherboard doesn't... Dell doesn't say it does, so... I really don't want to invest into parts and then not be able to use them, so... And there are definitely things from this computer I could just salvage, like the power supply, the hard drive. If they weren't so damn expensive, I would get a Threadripper. That's another thing. Like this, the motherboard I have doesn't support basically anything AMD. I get from everything I understand, Threadrippers are not the best for gaming on, but I do a lot of video editing when I'm actually doing a series, which I really need to find something to do. My plans kind of got thrown out the window because of the Wi-Fi not working well. And Threadrippers are apparently really good for video editing. Honestly, just looking at CPU passmark, like, some of them are just good in general, so. But they're all like $2,000 to $4,000. That is a lot of money. That's a used car around here. Like. I'm definitely not going to go super crazy when it comes to upgrading my computer, though. Like, I could go out of my way to try to get the absolute best graphics card and the absolute best CPU, but I don't need that. I own no game currently that my current GPU can't run at ultra settings. So I have no need for anything bigger than the 1060 I've got. Not 1060. 1650. That's what it is. 1060 was the other option, but the 1650 was the newer card, so I went with that. Because they have relatively the same performance, but they were the exact same price from Dell. I'm slowly learning more about computer parts. Now that I'm actually going to have money to potentially get some, you know. Here, I got distracted by that frickin' billboard. Like, heading to work, burglars are too. I'm like, okay. Yeah, burglars have regular jobs too. Your point? Like, well, not all of them do, I suppose. Depends on the value of the items they normally go after. They go after incredibly high value ones, and yeah, their burglary is their job. But, you know, if they're just like a petty thief, like smashing car windows, and they're just doing it for a few extra bucks, like... Farmington? Wonder if they have a lot of farms there. Wonder if they farm a ton. Stop, truck! I was holding down the brake, but it was not stopping. You guys want to go? You guys want to go? No, you're derped. Oh, now it goes. I can finally go. That's what my truck wanted from the very start. It had a need for speed. Oh, god damn it. Why so many freaking stoplights? Yeah, it's probably a good thing I'm going to be stopping, because I'm running out of things to talk about, because I cannot think of anything else to just ramble about. I suppose I could easily bring up the fact that when it comes to upgrading this computer, the main thing I need to upgrade is the CPU. Which I might just get a better CPU that can just go right into this computer. Because I am just running an i5, and I could run an i9. So... Also, a solid-state drive would be awesome. I'm going to need to actually know what kind of connections I'm working with, though, because I may not be able to even hook up a solid-state drive or another hard drive, because Dell doesn't tend to give you extra power cables. They give you just enough, and that is it. Also, the music has stopped again. Which does make it really annoying upgrading Dell computers. Or they'll give you half of the cables you need. An example of this is my old desktop that died. The hard drive died in it. Its internals had the connection line to hook up 2 hard drives. The power supply only had enough power plugs for 1. Like there wasn't an extra 6 or 8 pin plug. They were all in use. Meaning if I wanted to add another hard drive to that old thing, I would have had to have gotten a whole new power supply that had more cables. Which I might end up having to do with this one, too. Which is going to be a fun adventure, because I know basically nothing about actually... Like, I've changed a graphics card. That is it. That is all I have done on the internals of a computer. Wait, no, I've swapped hard drives around before. And I took the hard drive out of my old machine. Because where it was just the hard drive that died, my sister is currently using my old computer. Its internals. Just transferred her hard drive into its case, and she has not a great computer. By today's standards, it's pretty bad. By 2010, when it was built, it was fairly okay. Minus the graphics card that it came with, and the graphics card that's in it is good by, 2015 standards. By 2021, almost 2022 standards, the 950 is pretty garbage, but it was affordable. And I need fuel. Come on, truck. Stop. Fuel. Almost 600 liters of fuel. So, geez, it has been raining for a very long time. Which is kind of fitting, because it's raining IRL for me. And has been raining for quite a long time. don't even know what I'm gonna call that Yu-Gi-Oh series I want to do. Because, like, I would call it a progression series, because it kind of is, but it's also not in the way that all the YouTubers are doing progression series. I mean, it's kind of close to what Hardleg does. Though I will say, of his current progression series, I'm actually not a big fan of. I had never heard of MBT. Well, I'd heard other YouTubers mention him before. I'd seen him in Hardleg's progression series. He's way too high energy in comparison to Joe. It makes it like really apparent, and it's just kind of off-putting. Hardleg and Dual Logs did a far better job of that. Because, like, Joe is excitable, but he's not high energy. And Dual Logs, like, he doesn't have a gear past first, is a good way of putting it. Like, he is not terribly high energy in the, like, at all. Like, he's pretty low energy, kind of just chill. So they kind of work well together. But, like, MBT is, like, over the top and really, like, loud and high energy, and it's just... I just don't like him. Like, I'm sure he's a good dude, I just don't like him in videos. I'm not saying I don't like him as a person, just I'm not a big fan of him in that series. I may even just like his videos, but that taste of him from the progression series, I'm not a big fan of him. It's just not my cup of tea. Which is fair and fine. Like, I forgot to turn my blinkers on. Like, it's the same as I'm sure I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Like, there's undoubtedly people out there that are just like, yeah, that guy, he sucks. And I would agree, honestly. But... I may also dig through my my Steam library and see what kind of horror games I've got, because I kind of want to do just like a week of horror games leading up to Halloween if I have the time. Because I mean, if I get my photo ID in like tomorrow, then I'm probably gonna be working a lot. But that shouldn't stop me from streaming. It'll just make the streams earlier in the day. Be a nice way to wake up. Like, once I get the job, I won't be streaming this time of day, like, at all, except on my days off. Because, well, I'll be working. Didn't even notice that Frisk gets spun. Excuse me, game. Well, if you're gonna give me the violation anyway, I'm just gonna keep going. Screw you, game. I mean, I know I stopped a bit late, but it's raining. I was hammering the brake. I mean, I am rich enough at this point that I don't need to care about the red light violations and such. Like, I could skip every red light from here to my destination and probably still make money from this job. Like... Oh man, a bridge! Oh, I need to be... I need to be right over here. So I get for not looking ahead. Stoplights like this in that situation is something I'm going to need to not give into my instinct with when I'm actually driving. Like, doing the turn like I just did, that's legal. You can do a right-hand turn as long as there is no traffic coming. You can treat it like a stop sign. What I'm getting at with that is, like, even at night when I'm out biking, if I see, like I come up to a red light and there is no vehicles around, I just go. I don't wait. There's no vehicles. There's no danger. There's no reason for the light to be technically red at that... Well, technically no reason for the light to be red at that point. I still make sure. It's like I do still temporarily stop, but I treat it like a stop sign, which is very illegal. I've seen some of the police around here doing that as well, but they're police. They play by different rules. So... mostly because they kind of, you know, they're the ones that enforce the rules. So... they can just choose to not enforce them on themselves. And you never know. The times I've seen the police doing that, they may have actually had a call to be somewhere. They just didn't have their lights on because it was the middle of the night. And there was nobody around, so... Wait, it just had this track playing not long ago. YouTube. Get a better shuffle. Right. Let me guess. Pull in? Yep. That beeping is so loud. I do really apologize for that beeping. Like, it is so loud. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've got a few horror games I can do for just a week of streams. And I've got Layers of Fear, so I've at least got one. Not sure how long that game is, so. I've also got Phasmophobia, and I could do some solo stuff. I've never really played it before, so I'd be very lost. What other horror games do I have? I have Amnesia, but that's a long game. I could always also just poke Itch.io. Grab some horror games off of there. Those are more likely to just be funny to me, though. Though, who am I kidding? Most horror games are likely to be funny to me. I'm just kind of weird like that. To the point where, like, even as a kid, I was never really majorly impacted by horror. Honestly, it freaked me out. Generally would freak me out more when, like, my parents would be like, oh, you can't watch this because it's too spooky, than actually seeing the thing. Like, I distinctly remember being told as a kid never to, I can't watch The Blob because it was too terrifying of a movie. I've watched it since. It's hilarious. It's so bad. Like, I know there's a lot of people that are freaked out by that movie, but I just find it to be just a cheesy movie. Like, not helped by the fact that it's kind of old, and the effects look old, which doesn't help horror. Oh, right lane ends. But yeah, I will probably just poke Itch.io and see what I can find for horror games on there. Because I know I'm going to get shorter games going with Itch.io. The only issue is they might end up being too short, so I'll have to get like a few built up. Turn. I'll have to be like ready for, you know, each game to only be like half an hour. Another thing I'll have to be careful about with Itch.io, though, is just trying to make sure I don't download games I already know. Because I do watch a fair bit of Markiplier. So, I need to try to avoid games that I've seen him play. Because then I'm definitely not going to be even potentially spooked. Just one of those things where I want to say that I probably shouldn't play Phasmophobia for the same reason, because I've watched a lot of Wade/Lord Minion play it. But it is a lot more of a atmospheric game, so having seen it shouldn't matter. Oh man, I've entered page. I've entered a book. As mentioned, this is going to be the final delivery of this stream. It has been like 3 hours, so good length. If it gives me the option to, I might try to park this one. But this is probably going to be a real pain, and jeez, I really missed that. Okay. Well, I do have the option. Oh, that's this again. Okay, I'm just going to play it safe and park it. If I can even get to there. Alright, for a second I thought I might have been stuck. There we go. Bam. Decent little chunk of XP. Mostly because of the distance. But, you know, I suppose. Almost a fourth of it? Third of it? Third of it came from the other things. But yeah, as I said, that's going to be it for this stream. I hope you all enjoyed the frisk cam as she gives a little roll. Thank you all for coming out and watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here next time I stream, which might be tomorrow, might be a week from now, I don't know. See you all then.